There's a generation of General Motors trucks the engineers named the Round Line, but you know it as a different name. Here are a few rare trucks of that generation that you may have never heard of before. Did you know the Squarebody Chevy generation trucks weren't called Squarebody by General Motors engineers? Let me explain. The third generation GMC and Chevy trucks were produced from 1973 to 1987. The Squarebody moniker came from their box-like shape. The Squarebody trucks were one of General Motors and Chevy's longest running generations. What you and I know as a Squarebody generation isn't what engineers at General Motors called these trucks. When this generation was introduced back in 1973, they featured a rounded windshield, rounded door frames, and rounded windows compared to the previous generation. The truck was designed in a wind tunnel to be aerodynamic and improve fuel economy. The rounded corners, including the windshield, door frames, and wheel wells, were introduced to maximize airflow. The General Motors engineers called this generation the Round Line. Yep, I said it. They called it the Round Line, not the Squarebody. The public nicknamed them Squarebody because it's obviously boxy and squarish looking. So what you and everyone else knows as the Squarebody generation actually started out known as the Round Line. The 1985 K10 Outdoorsman was a four-wheel drive truck that came with a hunting package. It was available in green, maroon, and gray, as well as two-tone combinations of those colors. You could also order custom factory colors like the Smoky Mountain Blue. The K10 Outdoorsman was a collectible truck that was often ordered with camping, fishing, or hunting gear. This rare Squarebody came stock with a 350 cubic inch engine, automatic transmission, and an auxiliary gas tank. The hunting package came with a Winchester rifle with a scope, a Winchester hat, safety glasses, a gun mount for the back window in your truck, and a gun case. You even got a magazine with Outdoorsman package advertisement. Imagine an auto manufacturer offering that now. Not in today's day and age, not a chance. That makes these Squarebody Chevys one of the rarest today, with many people saying fewer than 200 examples were ever sold. Back in 1985, you could have bought a K10 Outdoorsman Squarebody for $10,000 to $15,000 depending on the options. If you can find one today, they're selling for around $35,000 depending on the condition. This rare Squarebody GMC was only available for 1 year. This is a 1975 GMC Sierra Bo James edition, and they only sold around 4,000 of these. Today, when you think of a luxury truck, you think of a luxurious carriage that smells like fine leather. Back in the 70s, GMC tried this concept between combining a truck and luxury, and this was one of their attempts. The Bo James Edition Sierra rode on a half-ton truck suspension with a 3/4-ton frame, which gave it a smoother ride thanks to the softer springs. It came with velour seat trim, wood paneling, and an AM/FM radio. It also came with white wall tires, wire wheel covers, and some fancy Bo James decals. It came in any color you wanted as long as it was silver and blue. It even came with a square Bo James hood ornament. How cool is that? Those were the top-of-the-line candy that the 1970s trucks offered back then. I did a little bit of research on the name Bo James, and what I found was interesting. They made this truck after James John Walker. He was a flamboyant politician and mayor of New York City from 1926 to 1932. He was also instrumental in legalizing boxing in New York State when he was a member of the state senate introducing the Walker Law. But his career ended in scandal when he was found taking bribes to award municipal contracts. They even made a movie about him called, you guessed it, Bo James. I just can't figure out why GMC would name their luxury truck after a politician who was caught taking bribes. That's probably a video for another time, I guess. Anyway, have you ever heard of the 1975 GMC Sierra Bo James edition? Let me know. Have you ever heard of the Desert Fox Squarebody GMC that was made from 1977 to 1979? Nope, me neither. I'm sure there's quite a few of you that have, but for the ones who haven't, let me tell you about it. Back in the late 70s, there wasn't much performance from vehicles because of emission laws that forced automakers to sell low horsepower and basically boring and anemic vehicles. So, auto manufacturers often made limited edition vehicles to try and boost sales. Throw a different paint job on and add some lights and accessories and hope for the best. The GMC Desert Fox was one of those special edition trucks. GMC teamed up with Hickey Enterprises to create the Desert Fox. The Desert Fox featured a tan paint base, multicolored stripes, a light bar, and unique wheels. This package was available in both the truck and Jimmy models, and two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive configurations, and short and long wheelbases. In 2017, GMC honored the original Desert Fox with a concept truck based on the Sierra 1500. The concept featured off-road equipment and the retro 70s color paint scheme of the original Desert Fox. What do you think of this foxified Squarebody? Yep, I just said foxified. Have the best day ever.